got to come together as a group, and there'll be some trials and tribulations. Coaching staff, we're going to apply pressure and stress on these guys. I think that's where the best version of yourself comes forward. And so, yeah, I don't think there's, you talk about sustaining success.
I love it.
We're starting all over.
Talk that talk.
That's been the consistent message.
Welcome to the Big Pro Football Show, brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. I'm David Haugh, along with Clay Harbor at Rate Field. Ruthie Polinsky is at Hallis Hall.
Yes,
that
sir.
was, of course, Ben Johnson, and we are going to be the
sir.
best version of ourselves for the next 30 minutes.
I love what I heard
we
from
need
Ben
to be.
today. You know, my favorite thing, he's saying we're starting all over, but the thing he mentioned was the continuity. Over 16 teams have new offensive play callers and 14 new defensive coordinators. Guess what? The Bears don't have either.
No,
You have to be excited. You hear Ben Johnson. Now,
and people are really underestimating how much of a plus that is for our team to have the same coordinators on both sides of the ball. Because everybody usually just thinks about, oh, if the offensive coordinator leaves and the quarterback has to learn a whole new offense and yada, yada, yada. It's true. But the defensive side is just important because if the defense coordinator leaves, now we have to learn a whole new defensive system ASAP. So it's hard on both sides, but now we can improve and we can grow. We can find people, we can keep people that fit in Dennis Allison's system and Ben Johnson's system and continue to grow.
due respect to Ryan Poles, he was very sedate. He was businesslike. He was professional. But then Ben Johnson, it's like, all right, let's go.
He was excited. It's like he was ready. He showed up to a party. This isn't a guy that's showing up to work. This is a guy that's ready. He's excited. He's looking forward to what's to come for the team.
He's locked in. You want your coach to have that charisma. You want your coach to lead the league in energy.
And that energy he had with the media, you know he was even bigger for the team.
Time for our opening drive, brought to you by Chevy.
Let's get it.
Thinking about the cadence, the motion, and all the jigamarobe before the snap, things are starting to slow down. And so what we need to see here in camp is that anticipation, take it up a notch. I think with that, the coverage recognition gets taken up another notch. I think there's other ways we're going to continue to challenge and push them, more of which are going to happen post-snap. Last year, we talked about that pre-snap operation quite a bit. Feel a lot better about that this time of year than we did. And so now we're just moving on to the next stage.
It is a big jump because last year, Caleb was definitely not on the same page as Ben Johnson. Not saying they didn't like each other, but Caleb was having troubles picking up Ben Johnson's offense. It was like, some growing pains because now he's moving from a system where they genuinely, Matt Eberflus system in them, they didn't care about Caleb. They didn't try to nurture him. They didn't try to groom him. They didn't try to coach him. They didn't try to do anything. They said, yeah, go out there and do something. He was doing great with what he had, honestly. Now, last year, had to turn into a new system, had to grow with Ben Johnson, had to get familiar with who he is as a coach and what he expects out of you and his expectations for running his offense. Now, this year is a breeze because last year he was making a lot of plays just off of scrambling and just trying to stay alive. This year he's relaxed. He's in the pocket. He's gonna light it up. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up. Light it up.
Our first down is Caleb Williams' checklist. Ben Johnson putting together a list of things that he wants to do, boxes they have to check during training camp when you can focus on the fundamentals, break everything down, and take what you talk about in meetings to the practice field.
What I love what he said is, as a team, we're starting over. He's like, well, how do you build up? We're starting over. We're doing all this again.
100%.
But the
100%.
ceiling has been raised. You have a foundation that you laid. So there's a level of familiarity that Caleb Williams has. So when he comes into this camp, he's starting already knowing a language. He's not starting to learn a language. Last year, there wasn't a road. This year, there's stoplights, there's street signs telling you which way to go, and he's going to be so much better because of it.
I think what we were talking about earlier about that energy and that confidence and that command that you see from Ben Johnson on day one is related to what we can expect from Caleb Williams. A year ago, Clay, as you know, they were getting to know each other. They were getting to wonder how he was going to grasp and embrace the offense. There was a level of anxiety, maybe even a thin layer that doesn't exist any longer. And that's what you heard from the coach today talking about his quarterback, because now you have graduated to the next grade.
Look at that. Look at that. That is an excellent jump. Let's give a big... I love it. I love it. Come on now, go from 68 sacks to 24 sacks. Now, it's definitely on the O-line. Shout out to the O-line, getting everyone for the O-line definitely gets its own separate bomb. But the passer rating, the pass TD interception ratio, you know what I'm saying, the pass yards, the win, everything just improved from 1 year under Ben Johnson. So what do you think we can do in year two? That's what I say to you. What do you think we can do in year two? We can win it all. If we don't win it all, we can at least go to the NFC Championship. I see the NFC Championship as a benchmark.
You are up a level, and you are one step closer to being an elite quarterback.
The next level isn't producing more highlights. It's doing the ordinary plays. He doesn't need to be Superman. He needs to come into camp, and I want to see Clark Kent. I want to see the guy that's sitting in the cubicle doing the boring stuff right. The quick completion, the eyes down the field. He talked about now the pre-snap stuff, but Caleb's become much better with. The operation, getting in and out of the huddle, the motions, the shifts, all that stuff. He goes, we're in a much better place. Now we're working on recognizing coverage, working on getting our throws out quicker, and I think that's what we're going to see from Caleb Williams, and that's where this whole thing is going to start.
And I think that's what we will hear from him.
Because a lot of people don't think about how hard it is for a quarterback to learn, not only read the coverages and, you know what I'm saying, like see, you know, get the ball out fast, like see his reads and read his reads correctly, but it's also very hard for him to honestly run the damn offense. I got to run the huddle. I got to see everything. The linemen aren't making protection calls and stuff for me. I'm making protection calls for the linemen to protect me. I have to do all of this. Know like my check downs, no, like what play calls I got to go in and out of. If the coverage looks a little weird, I got to know everything. And then what every person on this field is doing, on my side at least. That's not easy for a lot of people. That's why it's super hard. I think quarterback is like one of the hardest positions in the world.
Tomorrow at Hallis Hall, first day of practice, and I think he will echo a lot of what we heard from Ben Johnson today and what has been the theme of the offseason. The fourth quarters are great. The comebacks are special. Yes, it was a magical year. That was in the past. Now, work on making quarters 1 through 3 efficient, and so you can have a command and you go into the fourth with the level of confidence and you're not playing from behind.
Absolutely, and that's going to be everything to do with the short, the quick, the boring stuff, and I think Caleb is going to take that upon himself.
Time for our second down. Kyler Gordon, did he get the message today?
I think he gave up a lot this break to stay here and put the time in. That's what he did. And again, a little bit of a repetitive situation that we got to get fixed. And then when he gets back, he's going to have to earn that trust back and that dependability. So, you know, because we got to put all the guys in a good position to be successful, and the up and down, moving guys around is really tough. So he'll have to earn that back when he gets back.
I respect it. You're a good player. We know you're a good player, but you got to stay healthy. If you can't stay healthy, we can't play you. There's no shot at you. It's just the truth. So we need you to stay healthy. We need you to, you know what I'm saying, and play competitive. Do what you got to do, because we got some dogs in this house and they're ready to take your spot. I'm sorry, Kyler. I'll rock with you. I'll rock with Brisker too. But I even rocked with our other safety. I forgot his name. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. I respect you, though. Byard. I respect Byard. But at the end of the day, we need results, and y'all weren't putting up the results that we needed, and I'm sorry, but you have to go. It's a new leaf in Chicago. Turning over a new leaf.
Clay, I heard two professionals, Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson, sending a message the old-fashioned way, publicly holding him accountable and telling Kyler Gordon essentially, regardless of the injury, there's something there. This is not just your typical soft tissue injury, keeping him away from the practice field and able to be eligible to go on tomorrow for the first workout. This is something deeper than that.
I don't think they're running out of compassion for the injuries, compassion for Kyler. I think they're running out of tolerance. When you have four
basically
soft tissue injuries, and especially coming into this camp after being paid 3 years, $40 million, the number one slot defender in the league, that's when he got paid, and then you have these injuries. To me, it feels like something, and obviously this is a little bit of conjecture, it feels like there's maybe a disconnect between maybe the coaching and training staff and Kyler Gordon on maybe how injured he is or when he can get back. And obviously,
that's the only thing that's why injuries are just so. Because I've been on a football team and the coach doesn't think I'm injured for real, and I really am injured. Like I really did mess up my shoulder. Like what? And it's like I don't know. It's just weird, bro. It's weird. That's why I just feel bad. I hope his mental health is okay. I hope he's talking to people. I hope he has like a good, solid team around him. Because we love you in the city, bro. I'm going to be real with you. We love you, bro. We love you, broski. I swear. We don't want you to leave, man. We just want you to be healthy, man. Stay healthy. So maybe if you rotate in and out, maybe if you're not the starting guy for a minute, you can rotate in and out and build your durability up, or, just maybe that'd be I'm cool with you as long as you can make it happen, bro. I want to see you succeed, brother.
This is my opinion from playing in the NFL for 9 years, seeing guys that go through this. When a GM and a coach say they're frustrated, there's usually a disconnect between what the player thinks and what the GM and the coach and the training staff think of a certain injury.
Given your experience as a 9-year NFL veteran, how do these messages that are sent publicly, intentionally or not, but I think this was intentional, do they get through to players?
Yeah, I think they get through to guys. If Kyler wants to be here, if he wants to be a Bear, he knows he's got to start doing things right. I don't know if there's just maybe something missing in the rehab, something missing in the training, something missing in the recovery, but there is something there that the Bears do not like and that they are frustrated with. You're not going to be frustrated if a guy is giving you 100% every single day in all parts of his game and he gets hurt. You know this is the NFL, this is football, that happens. But if there's something missing in that link, you're not recovering well, you're not training well, you're not doing that, that's when they start getting frustrated with you, and that's when they start losing confidence with you and leads you out the door.
It's so obvious because they don't talk about other injuries in this manner, other players in this way. This was a direct message to Kyler Gordon.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on to our third.
It definitely was. It was, shout out to Kyler. I hope he's okay. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Hope you're okay, man. Bounce back.
Down talking about the state of the Bears' defensive line.
Oh, man.
Sweat, I'd like to see him continue to improve and take what he did last year and add to that.
Facts.
We don't talk about Booker. Like last offseason, he was coming on strong before he had a little bit of an injury there that kind of set him back, but he was able to kind of help us down the stretch. So he's another guy we're taking an eye on. So I don't think it's different than any part of the roster. We're going to evaluate and see how they do. And then if we got to make adjustments or obviously investigate where we can get better, we'll do that.
Ryan Poles talking about Montez.
Definitely. I mean, people just got to, stay healthy and keep making the effort. Montez Sweat is good. I believe in Montez Sweat. People don't talk about Montez Sweat. I believe in Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat isn't the problem. The problem is you can't expect Montez Sweat to be Myles Garrett. He's a solid DN. Like, he can definitely have superstar potential, but at the same time, he needs help. Myles Garrett's doing that shit with no help. My dog needs some help. So a motivated Adebayo, a healthy Austin Booker, and a couple other pieces, we should have a good, strong D-line. Like, I feel like everything else on our team is strong. Like, we have a good running back room, stacked receiver room, good O-line, stacked quarterback, good linebackers, you know what I'm saying? Good to on the verge of being stacked linebackers, a nice DB room, with safeties and DBs included, like, just corners included, nice DB room. I like our return game. I like our kicking game. I'm confident in our kicking game. Kicking game was good last year. It's really just the D-line. If we get the D-line sold up with people that we already have there, and all people we've already paid especially, we're going to the Super Bowl, baby. I promise you, we're going to the Super Bowl.